Hi folks, welcome to the Witchual Workout. I'm Laura Tempest Zakroff, and today, even though it's a technique day, I want to focus on protection. Very inspired by some recent workings. So, protection is actually a good combination of physical technique as well as metaphysical technique to bring these two things together. Let's get started. Deep breath. And exhale. Deep breath. And exhale. One more deep breath. And exhale. Scoop. And up. Up. Let's roll the shoulders. And reverse. One back. And reverse. Shake it out. And let's stretch into our hips. Walk it out. Back in. Circle. And stop in reverse. And let's shimmy. It's nice and relaxed. Coming up from the heels. And the rest of the body up to the shoulders. Let's stretch our backs. And roll back up. Head forward. And back, forward, back, and roll, and reverse, back to center, focus on being present in our bodies, and connecting, start with, you can see my feet a little better. Sorry. Today's a comfy skirt day. And comfy shirt day. It's comfy day. It's Sunday. Comfy. So being present in the body, we have our feet pulling up from the earth, flowing up using the veins, hitting the center of the body, and fire. And breath, reminding us of our sovereignty and our presence in our bodies, connected to above and below, to each other, to ourselves. Now, protective work can be defensive, it can also be offensive, right? Being able to prepare to receive, being able to push out. So it's up to you to determine what type of protection you might need in a given moment. Sometimes you want to become invisible and small, and sometimes we want to become impressive and taking up more space. So this all starts first with being present and aware of our bodies and getting a good grip, if you will, on the ground. So having my feet underneath me and understanding that the weight is equal at this moment, right? And pulling up. And thinking about as firm as a mighty oak. And not that we're pulling that strength from the ground, but we understand that connection, that we shall not be moved unless we wish to move. And expanding up, arms, chin up. In this position, feel power, presence. So, when we want to just simply protect in a general way, just stopping to check your stance, to be present. I don't keep saying that, but be embodied. Be in your body and be like, all right, I am here, and see this flesh, this blood, these bones, this muscle around you. And own your space. If you need to, you can open this up. Right? And with my hands facing down, I'm not receiving, right? This is to open, to receive. Do you have to give or receive? Here, the other thing I'm being aware of is the ground that I'm honing down, right? Or back to myself, which gets us into this pose, right? This power pose that the hands, the fingers go back into the hands, the palms, and so the energy is redirected into our body. That's why this position has strength to it, right? It gives back. So that's one way of doing it. Another way, if you need to move, is directing those hands back to yourself. Moving with purpose. And I'm still taking up a lot of space through my shoulders, right? So I'm expanding out through my chest and going boom from here. Okay, not here. All right, this is a deflected position. I'm trying to close off. Here, I'm taking up power and I'm propelling myself forward, right? And repelling anything that tries to hit. So. It might remind you of when we worked with Sekhmet the other week. Okay. And step and step. Think about that contact with the ground. And this more of deflecting, moving, push, push, right? Slicing through the space. Also a bit cleansing, that it's that sense of deflecting and pushing, clearing almost with a machete, right? Not exactly, but that same thing that your hands become, clearing the way. And that is clearing the way of spiritual energy, physical presence, anything, pushing out. All right. And keeping the chest, right? You might say, well, the chest is open. How is that not, making it open? It's pushing out. It's opening up the heart so it expands, right? When we close, right? When we do this, right, to make ourselves smaller, it actually points the energy right in. It makes you more vulnerable. So regardless, right, whether you're going to be a little bit more defensive or offensive what you're doing, still be proud and open in the chest. Keep your hands, your arms close to you, but still have happy armpits. And perceive your power. If you can envision that strength within, Other people are also going to pick it up, whether they consciously know it or it's more on a subconscious level. So I hope this gives you something to think about in terms of movement for protection. Right? If you are just laying in bed, right, and you feel like you need that protection too, you can imagine that layering down on top of you. You can do it from a seated position, right, to be there, to be present in the throne. I believe it's the Queen of Wands you might want to check out for a little bit more throne work, right? So, hope you found this helpful, and I will see you tomorrow.